All right. Brayden, I got Coach Phil. Well, I thought you said we were going to skip it, Lou. We got to get on the same page one of these days. we we got Coach Phil here. We got Brayden here. This is going to be an interesting day. Jeff's checking in, and I know Brayden. Brayden, have you talked with either one of these coaches in the past?
I haven't. No. I'm excited to though. I got questions lined up. I got stuff I want to say, so I'm excited.
Yeah, Coach Phil. Listen, he's got his hands full over there. He's not only is he coaching, he's starting a sport. So he's over there to start a sport of arena football. And he's up there, probably the furthest north that we're playing anywhere across the globe. I think he's furthest north. He's got crazy weather to deal with. He's got, it's new. He's got a lot of different nuances. So it's not like, what you're used to seeing in the past, Brayden, where you just show up and it's a well-oiled machine. He's got to put all that together. And Coach Hunt's going to come on here. He's down in Nottingham, and these guys are facing off in a little over 9 days. So, this thing's kicking off. So go, Brayden, start firing away some questions. I'm interested to see what questions you have for Coach.
Yeah, so he said you're a player coach?
What? Oh, no, I'm not playing. You ain't going to have my back going out.
He's past his playing days. But he's building a sport. Arena football is new over there, right? He's over there to not only teach, like he's the first version of arena football in Scotland. I mean, it's that's pretty interesting, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got what you're saying. You said he was starting. I thought, okay, I get what you're saying. So how did your journey into coaching begin?
I've always had a passion to coach, especially over here in Europe. It was like, you get to teach people what American football is really about, not the stuff that they see on YouTube or movies. It was really about helping young men grow into men. That was the whole focus for me to get into coaching.
Okay. All right.
I got an interesting question. I have an interesting question to piggyback on that. So is the dream of a lot of the guys in Scotland and England, is the dream to play in America?
Most of them is to get to college and the NFL.
Okay. And when they're coming up and you're teaching these players, taking them from the outdoor game to the indoor game, you haven't had a chance to really practice with pads up and a board, right? So what's going into that first game, knowing what you know about the transition, because you played, right? You played some indoor football. Right. How are you approaching to prepare them for what they're about to go through with learning the board doesn't lose?
So what I'm doing is inside our indoor arena that we practice, I use that as a sideline.
Yeah.
And like, for example, the receivers, I throw it where they have to run into the wall. Yeah. And try to get them mentally prepared for what's about to come. Yeah. So my thing is really about practicing against the wall.
Yeah.
They just don't know it.
They don't know what's coming. They don't know what's coming. We got Coach Hunt joining in too. Here we go. This is so.
Coach Hunt, why you late? You was scared to talk to me? It's about to go down, huh?
No, I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that, Coach.
Listen, this is great. This is great to see these two guys both. So, what you didn't hear, Coach Jeff, is we were talking about how it's a bigger lift over there for you guys, because you're not just starting a new program, you're starting a sport really over there, right?
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
So both of these guys are starting a sport in which there's a lot of curiosity. There's a lot of people that know the outdoor game. It's starting to become very popular. But now we're bringing this completely different version of American football to them, which is obviously faster, probably maybe a little more violent, has different obstacles in it. And both of you guys have been, handed the keys to try to build a sport in a country.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
And I think it's very, very interesting that probably goes overlooked on the, it's a lot more than just coaching, because now you've got to get out in the community and explain to people, educate people on what arena football is and how it's different.
Yeah.
But what he was just talking about, which was my question, was you've seen it. You've seen guys transition from the outdoor game to the indoor game, and you haven't had the ability to have practices with the wall. And you know that come game night, that wall doesn't lose. That wall, it wins. It wins all the battles. And so how are you, like I just asked Coach Phil, I says, how are you preparing your players? So Coach Hunt, how are you preparing your players to be ready for that experience?
Well, what we're doing right now, actually, I'm sorry I'm late for getting on. First of all, I apologize for that. We're actually at the indoor facility as we speak right now. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're outdoors, and then Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we on the inside. So I'm getting these guys to understand that that wall won't move. It's just going to be right there. The impact is going to be incredible. It's going to be hard. You might get knocked over the wall into a stand where the fans are at. This is a brutal game. This is very, very high tense. Guys are flying around. And I'm teaching these guys now to understand that wall is either your friend or not your friend.
What about the fans that are on the other side of the wall that have the ability to take a pass away from a receiver to listen? The funny thing I tell all fans, and I'm a big hockey fan, but there is a big difference from sitting in the front row at a hockey game and there's glass between you and the boards and there's you and the players, and you're talking a little trash to those players when there's glass there. Now all of a sudden, when there's no glass there, you are 2 feet away face to face, and the players, you talk a little bit to the players, but you can hear the players talking to each other.
Absolutely.
It's a completely different experience from a fan standpoint, but it's also going to be completely different from a player standpoint. One that there's so many different things that they have to adapt to in this opening game, that these are the nuances that where your coaching strategies are going to have to be very unique and different on how you approach talking to your players, teaching your players to prepare for all these different elements that they've never experienced, because you don't experience things like this in the outdoor game. You're not within feet of the fans. You're not within feet of getting crashed into a board, and you have no protection. You can't run out of bounds to avoid a hit.
Nope.
You're getting hit, and you're getting hit twice. You're getting hit by the player and by the boards.
And by the board.
Right.
What I'm looking forward to, and early on in the season with you guys playing the games in Europe, is how these guys are going to adapt to all the different elements. And I think the fans are going to pick up on that pretty quick, that, man, this is different. This is a different breed of athlete, because there's a lot more to really process on a daily, on a play-by-play basis. There's so much more to process about your surrounding and about your environment than traditionally. So, Brayden, these are like the high-end questions. This is the kind of stuff that I look forward to. When I start looking at this stuff and I start analyzing stuff, this is what I look forward to. And I think the fans are going to catch up to that pretty quick. And you got two coaches right here that are in the middle of it. They're cramming for some games next week, and they know, man, in 7-8 days it's on. And then it gets quicker and quicker and quicker. Game 2 comes up faster than game 1. Then game 3 is just around the corner. So there's no time to exhale. We had to talk to Coach last night about the best way. He's got so Coach Hunt has a quick turnaround. He plays Sunday, then he plays Saturday, right?
Sunday, real quick, short week.
6 days. 6-day turnaround.
There are so many little cool nuances in this that these guys are dealing with that nobody even knows. And that's the kind of stuff I want these guys to talk about, is all the because they're going out in communities that don't know what arena football is. And they're building a sport, and they're doing it under tough circumstances. So fire away, Brayden, because this to me is very, very interesting stuff both of these guys do on a daily basis. Yeah,
I'll start with Coach Phil, and then I'll move to Coach Hunt. So, Coach Phil, do you have mostly European players on your roster? And is there any American players that might have experience in arena football?
I have no player whatsoever on my team that has arena football experience. Uh, 75% of
So
my team
what has it
is
been
from
like
here.
what has it been like to transition them from the outdoor game to the indoor game?
It's been tough, you know, having them understand that you can do this and you can't do that. I have linebackers thinking they can drop back in coverage. Uh, the hardest thing is trying to keep them to understand that a jack linebacker can only go east and west. You know, a Mac linebacker can only stay in the box. Uh, it's just the little things like that for them. Most of them say the wall doesn't bother them, but the wall's going to bother them. It's until one of them get hit into that wall, they don't know what's going to come just yet. I might be
Yeah,
laughing once
yeah.
one of
It's
our
easy to
players get
say.
hit in the wall. It's a rude
Yeah,
awakening
yeah. It's
for 'em.
easy to say the wall doesn't bother you till you get hit into the wall.
Absolutely.
Marlon Franklin says my boy Coach King is coaching the Slingers in Ohio. It's about to be on. Yeah, we're looking forward to it, and the Slingers could face one of these teams in the championship. So
we have 2 orders. When is he at?
So
You know,
Sean, I'll ask you the same
and
question. Do you have any American players on your team that might
out front.
have arena
He's out
football
front.
experience, or is it exclusively European players?
Well, currently I have 22 guys from over here in the UK. I have about my 3 Americans all played in indoor game. Actually, my quarterback and my receiver out of Eastern Tennessee, he played in an indoor game as well. So I have 3 guys, actually my running back as well. They all have indoor experience and outdoor experience. Like I said, I wanted to have a lot of local guys because I want them to be in the community, and maybe a fan might know who they are. So a lot of the players that I did recruit and sign, they either live an hour away, 30 minutes away, or up to 2 hours away. So that pretty much helped me because they know the area better than I would. But to answer your question, yeah, about 22 guys that don't have experience, and I have about 8 guys that do have experience.
Building, Brandon.
Okay, and have you found that Yeah, it sounds like it, and sounds like he's putting together a great team. Both of you guys are putting together great teams.
Yeah.
Have you found, Coach Hunt, that the community around you is receptive to the game of arena football?
I tell you what, I think, I don't know if I told Tom this. I use Uber and I use Bolt, and actually 4 of the drivers recognize who I was. I don't be on social media, but they see me on a couple things that we've done at Motor Point, and they said, "Oh, you the coach from from the IAL?" I said, "Yeah, that's me," and they laugh and stuff like that. But I told Coach Garcia this. It's the main thing is we're here for the fans, we're here for the league. Let's put on a good show. Even though I'm gonna blow them out, just letting you know. I'm not gonna hold anything back. I'm just telling you that now. So Coach Garcia, I'm coming. I'm coming.
hey, you know what? I got a secret weapon for you. He's Scottish. He the real deal, Holyfield. He coming for you. I got 2 of them. I got a whole squad of them. I ain't got just one. I got a whole team coming for you. I told him in practice, I said, y'all really gonna let the English come up here to Scotland to whoop y'all? They're like, nah, that ain't happening. We got something for him. We got something for him.
Yeah.
So I told him the score should be like 75 to 2, and that 2 is from the kickoff. That's all you're gonna get is that 2 points.
Well,
all right. Hey.
Listen, I'll tell you what, both of these guys have done an amazing job, to be honest with you, because it's not easy doing what they're doing.
No.
It's not easy going into a market trying to bring us a new sport. There's been some obstacles. Both have to overcome obstacles on a daily basis.
Right.
Both are doing a tremendous job up there. I'm looking forward to it. I know the fans should be. because I think I think what you just heard is there's a lot of locals and people that they're rooting for that are from their community, right?
Yeah.
And I think we limited at the beginning. We limited the amount of imports that you could bring in because we did want to build the sport within each community, and I think they're doing a great job of that.
And
absolutely.
our city loves that actually. The fact that most of 85% of our team is Scottish. They're from the surrounding areas.
That's pretty good.
And they love it. They have professional teams here that are built on imports, and it's okay with them, but they love the fact that this team is 85% Scottish, if not more.
What is going to be on the line in this game? What are we doing here? Like
Coach
what's on the line here?
Coach Hunt is going to take me to this fancy restaurant and buy me the biggest steak, me and my GM, the biggest steak that money can afford.
So
that's about 500 pounds.
Is there a steak? There's a steak meal in this?
Hey, whatever he want to put up, I'm okay with it. I tell you what I really want to try. I want to try some fish and chips. So if he can get me to a place to have some fish and chips.
I got a better place for you. I got a better place called Turtle Bay. It's a Caribbean place. I got you, Coach.
Okay.
You.
They're working on a deal with him. I like the way he just plugged it for him. I like that. Good for you, Coach. I like you. I like you plugging those sponsors.
Yeah, Caribbean food is good.
That's where I'm at right now. I just got done having the jerk chicken and beans and rice.
Jerk chicken. Oh wow, sounds good.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got you, Coach. Once we beat you, we can have a glass of water, jerk chicken and rice.
You guys know that we're doing. You guys realize? Have you guys told your team about some of the bonuses, the touchdown celebration bonus that we're doing? You guys know about that?
No.
You know that we're going to let the fans vote every week. We're going to let the fans vote on the best touchdown celebration
I like that.
weekend, and that team's getting an additional $20,000. So they're chopping up another $1,000 for the best touchdown celebration.
Listen, then Coach, you don't need to tell your team. Don't even worry about that.
Hey, if you can stop my receiving core, hey, I'll buy you and your GM a steak dinner.
Oh, don't. Hey, in that case, me and Benny gonna love that steak dinner. We're gonna love it. We're gonna love it. I think both teams are just, since this is a new sport and a new
we're
game,
excited.
I think so excited.
Yeah.
My guys is already ready. Coach, when does this happen? When can we get on this? When can we do that?
Right.
April 18th.
Yeah.
April 18th.
Well, we're having the jersey unveils next week. So we just spoke to the jersey supplier. They're being shipped today. So the jersey unveils are coming out next week.
Okay.
So we'll be posting stuff on Instagram all next week about the jersey unveils. We're putting the decals on helmets.
Right on.
Getting those to look pretty cool.
Okay.
Casey's done a pretty good job.
Is there one day that the jersey reveal is going to be?
So it depends on the location.
Tom, is there one day?
Yeah. So I would say Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We're gonna roll out. We're gonna roll out a couple each day.
Okay.
On Instagram, and then I think.
Wow.
So those jerseys should be available, and then I think there's some promotions going on in Dusseldorf that they announced today, for next week on it. So, listen, look for it next. It's on. Listen, what we're doing daily is. Things are in motion. Things are being shipped all over the place, and things are starting to show up. And you guys are opening game. You guys are the opening. You're the inaugural game in IAL history. So
wow, let's put on a good show.
Yeah, next Saturday.
We will. Me and Coach Hunt both are characters. So I know it's gonna be a good show.
All I'm gonna say is this. All my receivers are 6'5", 6'6", 6'4", with speed. If you can stop them, I'll buy you a steak dinner. I'll buy you a steak dinner for this week coming up and the next week after. How about that?
Oh, you're gonna need to, because I got a 5'5" DB who gonna lock them down.
Okay, we'll see.
Hey, let's just say we hope your quarterback can get the ball off.
He's from West Virginia. He's a Mountaineer. He won 3 bowl games. So with 4.3 speed, if you can stop him,
easy cheesy. He ain't. Hey, I'm gonna let you know. 4.3 ain't gonna help him in arena.
Listen, Brayhead Arena's in for a great show next week. That's one thing I know. Brayhead Arena is going to be in for a great show.
Sounds like it, yeah.
If you're in Nottingham, shoot up to the game. If you're in Brayhead, if you're in Scotland, if you're in Glasgow, protect your turf, protect your home field ability. So
we're coming.
Huh?
Oh,
we're
come
coming.
On. We're gonna bring out the purple carpet for you. We'll lay out the tartan carpet for you.
That's right. Okay. Should be good.
We
Brayden,
don't
any
shy
last
away
questions? Brayden, you got any last questions?
Yeah, so I have a few questions, but I wanted to read a chat real quick. It's a question for Tom, and it's a bit of a hard one, Tom, so I hope you're ready to answer it. It says, the other day I heard you say that you're not going to have replay reviews for possible missed calls because you don't like it. Is this league about what you want or what fans want? Fans want to get the call right. I feel like you're dropping the ball with this. Any respectable league wants to get the call right. Nobody cares what Tom thinks when their favorite team loses on a blown call in a tight game. That's the chat, not me. Don't shoot the messenger here.
No, I don't. To be quite honest, I am the #1 fan, and I think most fans are sick and tired of the way replay is going. So I don't think that's coming from somebody that really has an interest in our league based on what his last 3 comments have been. But what I will say is, listen, refs make mistakes. That's an element of the game. All replay does is slow down a game. Our fans want to see a fast, exciting game. That's what we are. We're a fast, exciting game, high scoring. If you don't like it, then you don't like it.
Michael Klein says, I think too much time is wasted on referee video decisions, which bores the fans. It's better without them, and there's more action, better for the fans. Michael Klein, I tend to agree. I think that a lot of times reviews slow the game down quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I am a fan, and so I'm just an average fan, and most of what I put in there is to make average fans really love the game of arena football.
Right.
And I would say that it wasn't just me. There was definitely a consensus across the board. I don't think I've ever gone and really made any one rule by myself. I think there's been a lot of consensus from the coaches through GMs. I think we actually restructured the rule book as a group, to be quite honest with you. I think we got input from everybody on certain things in certain ways. But the original Arena Football League was high scoring, violent, fast-paced action. That's what we want.
Right.
That's what we want.
Yep. And that's what they're going to get.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see that game. I think both of you guys have great teams, and it's going to be interesting to see. So I'll ask this question to Coach Hunt or Coach Phil first, and then I'll ask it to Coach Hunt. So Coach Phil, what is more important to you, offensive creativity or defensive discipline?
I'm gonna say offensive creativity, just because I'm going against Coach Hunt. Just because he's
okay, all right.
He's a veteran. You know, he has many more years of experience, so I have to get creative when I'm going against a coach like Coach Hunt. But so I'm gonna go offensive creativity.
Okay, and how about you, Coach Hunt? What's more important, offensive creativity or defensive discipline?
Well, in arena world, I know all the fans want to hear this. You know, it's a high-scoring game, and sees whoever stop who. But I'm gonna put up about 70 points. I'm gonna put up between 60 and 70 points. So I'm gonna give something for the fans to cheer on, because when I beat Scotland, I'm gonna beat them in front of their fans.
Boy, Coach Hunt, did you say
that's
60,
big talk?
70? Are you playing NBA Jam or NBA 2K?
No, you'll see, Coach. You'll see.
Oh, I can't wait. In that case, we put 100. I'm going 100.
Wow.
You know,
I love this trash talk. It's very WWF.
I
No,
mean,
but
it's hard going against Coach Hunt.
no,
You know?
this like to say the thing is this. I mean, I would say I would choose the offense because I coached with some great coaches and coached with some Hall of Fame quarterbacks, and we all know the scoring game is tremendous. The fans would love it. Both teams could be in a shootout. It just depends on who stop who at some point. But believe it or not, if you give me an opportunity, I'm gonna try to put up as many points as I can.
Yeah, and I think that's the goal too. Sorry, go ahead.
I'll tell you this. I don't have no field goal kicker either. I don't plan on kicking no field goals.
You're in trouble.
Nah, I'm going for 2. I'm a gambling man. See, that's the thing. That field goal stuff, that's back in the day. This
Doesn't
is
win games.
2026.
Field goals don't
It
win
doesn't
games.
win games. This
It
is
doesn't.
IAL 2026. Go for 2 every time.
Yeah,
Every time.
I like that. I like that.
Thanks for giving me your inside.
Oh,
That's
I would have
mentality.
told you because Coach Hunt y'all not gonna stop me. You're not gonna stop my 2-point conversion.
All right,
You're
listen.
not gonna stop
This is on next week. You guys are traveling up there next Friday, next Saturday, next Friday night. You'll be up in Glasgow next Friday night for this game, and we're all looking forward to it.
Yes, sir.
Brayhead, get ready. It's going to be a lot of fun, and these guys have done a great
I'm
job
excited.
of putting the teams together.
I'm excited too.
I can't wait.
I love making history.
Yeah, I think that
Making history on Coach Hunt is even better.
Yeah, this is a must-see game. Must-see game. These two guys, these two coaches are fired up. They're trash talking. We love to see it.
Yeah, it's for the camera. They're actually good guys and get along really well off camera.
Yeah.
They get along really good off camera. These are great guys that definitely respect each other, but they want to go out. There's no doubt they want they want to go out there and beat the pants off the other one.
We trying to make it to Vegas.
Let's go.
We try to make it to Vegas.
That's right.
I'm trying to get to Vegas.
All right.
So
Let's
nobody
go.
will stop us.
Don't miss it. Be ready next Saturday night. 2:30.
Next Saturday.
Yes, sir.
All
Season's
right, guys.
already
Thank
here.
you.
All right, thank you guys.
Coach, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you both.
Thanks,
coaches.
Tom.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Yeah,
Bye.
thank you guys.
Bye.